I'm Isaac from RYFAB. We're doing a quick install video of our lower doors for the 4-seaters. Pretty easy process. All you do is you have to remove these 6 bolts out of your door to pull your plastic off. As soon as you pull your plastic off, just set it aside, and we will find our mounting hardware. For the front doors, it's 2 little brackets, and then 2 nuts and bolts, washers. We'll use these a little bit later. I'm going to show you how to put these on, just a very simple way to do it. All your kits will come with the hardware pre-assembled in them, so you know right what they are. We do that just for convenience for the customer. So once you have your plastic off, you have your hardware ready, just grab a little piece of duct tape, any tape really, it doesn't really matter, and you'll find your holes, your positioning on this door. Let me grab the door. You can see right here where your mounting holes are going to be. And so what you'll want to do is hold this right up here to where you can see right where those are going to mount. And you can see the holes through here and here, here and here. So you're going to take your brackets and you can see which one's going to fit right where they need to go. And you're going to want to mount your brackets so that they have the nut side towards the outside of the plastic, and then just simply tape that into place. You'll never see the tape, so don't worry about leaving, if you have to leave it in there, it's not a big deal. So once your brackets are just kind of taped into place, they're held up where they need to be, you're going to take your plastic and so you want to make sure once you start to get these fitted in that you put this bolt in. That way it's nice and locked in there, and it's just this one by where these go, because the way it is right now, it doesn't quite fit in there. It will sit something like that. So just make sure you get this bolt right here tightened in before you tighten up your whole entire door. So I'll just take the lower door, and you want to make sure that you slip that on the outside and your bolts are on the inside. And then you'll just take it and run your bolts in through these 4 holes. Time for power tools. So what you want to be sure of when you're actually tightening these up is push up on the door with your knee, whatever, before you give them a nice little tight down. As soon as you like your placement of your door, it's pretty simple. It lines up really nice. You'll see that we'll get to this in a second, but that's when I start to tighten down all my plastic. So once you have your door all the way solid mounted, what you'll want to do is just kind of line this up with that line. You're going to take a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch drill bit and just pop these 2 holes right through the plastic. And then you'll just take our little pieces of hardware. You'll get 2 of these. It's just 5/32 head bolt with a washer on front and a washer on back and a nylock nut. You'll just take it and don't over tighten this. I mean, it's just going into plastic. It's just there to hold it, make the door a little more rigid. Just a nice little touch. And then you'll do the other hole the exact same way. So that's what your door should look like. It's got a nice fit, everything like that. If it doesn't, you may just need to loosen these right here. They're your door adjusters. They'll adjust it up and down, in and out. And what I do is I loosen these up, I close my door, so it closes nice. I mean, you can see how nice that closes. It's nothing difficult. And then I'll just tighten these 4 bolts back up, and that's only if your machine needs that. But that's basically the front door right there. And you'll repeat the same thing on the back door. We're still going to show you how to do it. Just because your brackets and hardware are a little bit different, you'll do the same steps. You'll remove the plastic, you'll tape the brackets into place. I'm going to show you where they go, and we'll put on the back door. So, same as before, remove your plastic, just kind of set it off to the side. And then what I like to do is I always want to hold my lower door up just so I can see right where it mounts. And you can see that that one's going to mount about right there. You can see the 2 mounting positions relatively easy, so that's where you're going to mount your brackets. Side note here, there is a bigger bracket and a smaller bracket for each side, and the reason we do that is just for fit. So you can see that one's gonna go there and that one's gonna go there. You know, these are pretty interchangeable, but it just leaves this kind of little lip. It's not really a big deal either way. It's not going to interfere with the door, but just make sure your nuts are on the outside, and then we'll just tape these guys into place. Like I said, don't worry about the tape, you'll never see it. once you have your brackets in place, you're just going to go ahead and put your door back into place, your plastic piece, and you're just going to want to put, like I said, a couple different your screws back in just to hold the plastic. Leave them nice and loose so that if you do have to take it off, it's not a problem. So again, when you get your lower door, make sure that this piece with the holes slides to the outside, and then your brackets sit on the inside of this door. All I do is I just get one of each side started just to hold that bracket so it doesn't move on you. And then you'll just tighten these 4 screws down, and then you'll tighten up the rest of your door. So you have this back plate. It's basically just to fill this gap. It's all for looks. We like it. Your hardware is 3 of these. They're just little rubber coated clamps, and they'll all come pre-assembled with the bolt, washer, and nut. So you just take these apart real quick, and what you'll want to do is you'll want to face this flat piece towards you. So you just put that on there like that. So what you want to do is you just want to put one on each side of your seat belt here and make sure they're facing the right way. And then there's one down here. Just simply put your bolt in, washer, line it up, line up your first hole. And then just put your nut on. It's pretty simple. If you just want to pull out your seat, that's about the easiest way to get to it. Put on your nut, and as soon as you get all 3 of those in, you'll just tighten them down, and your install of one side will be complete, and you'll just do it to the other side. We'll hurry and tighten this down and show you the complete look. So that's a complete install. We do send a little bit of rubber seal that you'll just put in between these 2 gaps. Just cut it to length and stick it in there on the plastic. It'll just fill those 2 holes, and that's the complete install on a 4-seat RZR.